So, Roy, I want you to start off by telling me about your days when you lived in Kentucky, and tell me something about the game fighting.
Well, I lived in Hazard, Kentucky. We fought game roosters in 3 different pits around the area.
Yeah.
And I raised gamecocks, fought them, had fly pens, put roosters on cheap in my back room of my house. Had people pay me $25 a rooster to put them up for 2 weeks. And
to what? Like board them for 2 weeks?
You board them, you condition them.
You condition them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take each rooster. I had a workbench, and you take the cockbirds and you fly them to the workbench, 7, 8 feet away.
Yeah.
Just turn them loose, they fly to the bench.
Yeah.
It works their wings. And you got scratch pins.
Yeah.
And hay, you put 4 or 5 grains of corn in that hay, it goes to the bottom, and them roosters will scratch.
Looking for that corn.
Looking for the corn.
Yeah.
And that really gets them in condition. And of course, you give them drugs. To start with, you give them testosterone.
Yeah.
And a shot of B12.
Does the testosterone make them fierce?
Oh yeah, it livens them up, makes them real game.
So they're not naturally aggressive like that?
Oh, they're naturally aggressive.
Oh, they are?
Even without any drugs.
It's just in their nature.
But this gets them ready.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have to give them a shot on the 13th day of the keep to knock them off. You give them a big dose of B12, and that'll knock them off for 24 hours.
Knock them off?
Yeah, you don't want them game that last 24 hours. You want them to rest.
Oh,
You got them in a dark box.
Well, tell me something now. Did you grow up in this culture, or was it something that you learned later in life?
It's something I learned later in my life, in my late 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were hanging out with a crowd that was into it, and you just kind of got introduced to it like that.
I had good friends that I hung with, and they give me a hen.
Yeah.
Claude Thornsbury gave me a game hen. It was probably worth $250, $300.
Yeah.
It was that good of stock.
Yeah.
And then later he gave me a Kelso rooster that was purebred.
Yeah.
And I crossbred them gamecocks, which was a hatch breed, and the hen was hatched.
What do you artificially inseminate the hen?
No, you breed them year by year.
Oh, okay.
To crossbreed them.
Yeah.
And the Kelso, see, if I bred a full-blooded Kelso into a full-blooded hatch hen.
Yeah.
And then off of them, I've got half Kelso and half hatch. And each bird has a different characteristic.
Yeah.
Like the Kelso have big legs. They have big, heavy, round legs, and they have long legs. The hatch bird have different, say, stronger wings and stuff to them.
Yeah.
And you breed that thing into them.
Yeah.
They're naturally game to start with.
Yeah.
No matter which breed they are. But each breed has a little tendency different.
Yeah.
Like a gray bird usually will fly high. They're more wingy birds.
Yeah.
And the Kelsos with the big legs, you want that for the strength in fighting and being strong.
All right. Well, tell me this now. Don't the birds typically fight to the death?
Yes.
Every time.
Every time.
So you go in.
One bird's going to die. So will not be able to pack back.
So you either going to have a winner or a dead bird.
Usually.
Okay.
95%.
So that's why you keep a lot of birds.
Exactly.
I understand.
To fight 6 birds.
Yeah.
You got to put 8 up, because 2 of them, you want to pick your best 6.
Yeah.
2 of them might not be very good. You'll know when you're working.
Well, tell me this. Do you give them names?
No names.
No names.
No.
Well, just bird number
certain
1.
Birds get names.
Yeah.
I had a friend that had a bird we called Double Ugly.
Yeah.
And it had a fucked up bill.
Yeah.
You know, and its bill wasn't right.
Right.
But it was the fightingest damn little game bird you ever seen.
Well, let me ask you this. How long does a game bird last before they go down in defeat?
Well, you don't fight them. You fight stags. Stags are less than a year old.
Yeah.
And they measure their spurs.
Yeah.
And then gamecocks are over a year old.
Yeah.
You know, they'll have stag fights and they'll have cockfights.
Okay, but I mean, what's the typical? How many fights can a bird fight in before? Did they ever reach retirement? That's what I'm questioning.
Yeah. I mean, you'll have certain birds that you might fight 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
And
you retire
might
after.
Get hurt and take a while to heal.
Yeah.
Get stuck in a certain place with the spur.
Yeah.
And they will give them a cough, and they'll cough up blood. They'll heal lung. But they might win and live.
Yeah.
And you might fight that bird again, and he'll kill the other bird in no time. You know, and a bird you might fight 5 or 6 times. So if he wins all those fights, you put him back and use him as a rooster.
Okay, I understand.
He's really that good of a rooster.
Yeah.
You like to breed.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, from the time a rooster's born to the time he either retires or gets killed, what's the average lifespan?
Maybe 4 or 5 years.
Really? Well, how often do you fight them then?
Oh, you might fight a rooster 2 or 3 times a year.
Only 2 or 3 times a year?
Yeah.
So these events, I was under the impression these events go on weekly.
Well, they have them every week.
Yeah.
But you don't take the same birds to the fight all the time. You have enough birds, you're taking different entries.
Yeah. Okay. It sounds like a pretty organized thing.
Oh, it is.
And it's real. Organized. And it's real underground.
I mean, birds are weighed in and everything.
So, I would imagine
they get matched up by their weight.
I would imagine if you wanted to get into it in this fine state, that you would probably know who to reach out to do so. Right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I know where to go order broodstock. You can order any birds that you want.
Yeah, but no, I'm just talking about going as a audience participant.
Yeah.
You know where the games are going on.
Yes.
Huh. That's interesting. Right up under our noses.
Yeah.
Dog fights too, probably.
No, I've never been around no dog fights in my life.
So that's two separate. That's 2 separate things.
Oh, that's 2 separate things altogether.
Well, I know
most people with roosters probably didn't want to fight a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that's the nature of roosters.
Yeah. Some
that's more brutal than fighting.
Some Asians, like Chinese and shit.
Oh, yeah, a lot of them get into fighting games.
Well, not only that, I remember it was some Mexicans. I saw them in the fish store one day, and they were buying those. They're called Chinese fighting fish. They got them long fins. They're beautiful fish.
Yeah.
And they buy them and fight them because they'll fight to the death. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Well, I tell you what, we're going to close this interview out for now. But next week, you can tell us about your glory days growing marijuana. All right, brother. Good talking to you, buddy. All right, man.